Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers, and welcome back to Mercury Farms. We are in the tree field, if that wasn't obvious already to you. And yes, the soybeans that were ready last week when we were here, going to get right to it because the price is pretty much the same, just over $1,000 per. So we want to get this harvested and sold as soon as we can. Oh, I got the time speed at ×1. Need to bump that back up to ×5. Just getting some things set up. Yeah, we got the Case Puma across the way, and he is weeding that field because, well, there's weeds in it. So that's what he is doing. And the TA is actually up at the BGA compacting that chaff that we had. We didn't get it done before we left, so it's being done now on course play. So he's up there just rolling back and forth. And he gets done when he gets done. But our first job back this week is definitely we want to get these soybeans harvested and sold for the price that they're going for. The canola prices, yeah, we just keep waiting for that, and I think the game is just trying to screw me over. But yeah, those prices are dropping. So yeah, I may give in a little bit. So maybe next time it gets up in the upper 700s. And yeah, when it gets up in around upper 700s, I'm talking like 780. Maybe we'll sell it. I don't know. I've been waiting for 850 or better. I could have swore one time I saw that in the 900s, but you know, I could be thinking of the wrong crop, and I'm waiting for a price that may never come. But it is, as you can see, the time of day. It's just past noon. I got in late last night. Had the red eye from the Pacific Northwest. Did not sleep well on the plane, and I kind of overslept here this morning, but that's okay because, you know, we are farm owners. We can do what we want, and that's what we're kind of doing today. Yeah, so yeah, we want to harvest this today and sell that. And yeah, last week we did buy another piece of land, and I think we're probably going to take the time and cut down those posts in between the two fields, so at some point we can merge them together. And also this week I would like to get that cornfield replanted so I can use some more chaff. Even though we're compacting chaff up at the BGA, I don't plan on covering it just yet. I'm going to wait until we do another harvest so we can have somewhere close to 1 million liters of chaff to cover. And that pretty much brings us up to date. Although there was a mod on ModHub today, and I downloaded it. Released it from Giants. Is the apple, well, the orchards. One's an apple orchard, and the other one is an orange orchard, I guess. $25,000 a piece though, so they're not cheap, and we don't make that much money off them. But they look like really nice mods, and I think they would look nice on this map. I just have to find a place to put them down. But do I want to do that? We have plenty of manure to go around from the cows. The cows are producing plenty to keep the greenhouses going, and they should have more than enough to keep the orchards going. So that is something we're going to do. Probably not today. The spot I'm thinking about doing it is actually kind of like right behind us, where the new fields are. We're kind of buying. Maybe not make that all one big field, but maybe we'll buy all those fields and maybe put some orchards in there. It would kind of be nice for the town to have, you know, some fresh fruit to go around, some apples and oranges, so we can provide the town with some apples and oranges by the hour, I guess. Kind of like green. I mean, they act like greenhouses, so we're not actually picking apples and oranges and bring them to a grocer. But yeah, we could probably buy one of the fields behind us and place them down and bring manure down when needed, and put them in the greenhouses down here, and they'll spice up. It's a nice little walk area, kind of a place to have as well. But we'll see what kind of cash we get today from the soybeans and what else we do. If there's a great demand for anything. Milk prices, not the greatest right now either. And the egg prices, one is going up, one's coming down. So obviously we keep an eye on the one going up because our eggs, yeah, we're getting kind of full on eggs. I've been holding off for a really, really good price. If it gets up in the 1700s, we may just have to sell the eggs because I'm running out of pallets again. Even though I do have a pallet at the store that's still stuck in the ground. I don't think I've freed that up yet. Yeah, so, we do got 50 grand, so probably enough to start buying some more land behind us. Although we do need a slurry spreader, but not right away. We can still manage well a slurry spreader for probably another week. Because we're not really selling that much silage up at the BGA just yet. So as soybeans go, obviously we're not going to have a great harvest. Or I should say a great yield. It's still going to be a decent harvest, but the soybeans just don't yield that much to begin with. Well, I have left our harvester to a worker down there. I got it about half done. I said, you know what? When the case puma got done, I said I should grab him and go up and fertilize our cornfield. And that's what I'm doing. I had to go down and unload the harvester one more time, though, by the time I got up here and set up. So we got pretty close to 20,000 liters of soybeans already. So I'm thinking we're probably going to get somewhere around 26, 27,000 liters when it gets done. It's not too far off from being done. But I definitely want to get some of these fields turned over. And especially this one right here because, selling some silage in the future is definitely going to bring the farm a lot of money. And that price does not change. So, well, at least at the BGA it doesn't change. So I want to get at least some of the procedures done in some of these fields. Like I said, this one does need to be limed as well. And then plowed before it's reseeded. So I thought we'd come up here and at least get one of the steps done in this field. And then we're going to take this case puma and go down to the field down by the house. And fertilize that field as well because that field needs lime as well. So fertilize, then lime, and then when I go to reseed it, it should have 2 stages of fertilization down on it, and we don't have to worry about it anymore. So with patch 1.4 coming out last week, it seems like I read on the forums a little bit about it. Because the last episode and a half of the Pacific Northwest I recorded, riding around, I wasn't getting no more lag spikes, and knock on wood so far today, no lag spikes either. It seems to be like once you drive around the map once, the lag spikes seem to kind of not happen anymore. So it must be the way the information is being stored on the RAM or something like that. I have no idea. But yeah, lately, no more lag spikes, so that seems to be a good thing. I also noticed my Logitech G27 steering wheel is reacting much better in patch 1.4. Now I know Logitech and Giants have come together to do some work. I did not read all the patch notes on 1.4, so I don't know if something was changed. But my steering wheel is working a lot better. So I have no more excuses for terrible driving. I also noticed when we were harvesting, and now I'm noticing here, it seems like a lot of our equipment needs to be repaired. So I'm getting a stockpile around our workshop going for things that need to be repaired and washed. And yeah, like our case puma does need to be refueled, and that's what we're going to do on the way down to the other field down by the house. We'll stop by the shop or the vehicle shop and put some diesel fuel in here. I did spend a little time last night trying to work on the DEF fuel pumps, trying to get it to use both diesel and DEF fuel. I get it to where in the shop it shows where it will refuel diesel and DEF fuel. But in game, it will either, depending on how I load, I don't know what's going on there, but when I load the game, it'll either do just diesel fuel or DEF fuel. So probably something in my coding is off there a little bit. Somebody did tell me though that the fuel pumps can only do one type of fuel, because I think there might be some other people trying to do the same thing. I don't know. Alright, let's go ahead and give ourselves some diesel fuel here. I love how fast how that pump refuels the tractor. So the traffic on here is still the traffic on here. It seems like it's all bunched up. And when we go by the farm, we should see, it looks like there's a tiny little strip left that he's got to harvest and he'll be done. And then I want to get that delivered as soon as possible, just because the way my luck has been going on pricing on here, yeah, the price is probably dropping as we speak, actually. That's the way my luck is going to be. So, yeah, these fields right here, I mean, I would like to buy this field right here, but that's got a crop in it. And unfortunately, it's a beet harvest. That's someplace where we could put the orchards down. Like I said, they're nice little things to be looking at. So it's not an eyesore of an orchard. And actually, I called Frank in the Pacific Northwest, and I think I'm going to tell him to get rid of the sell the orchard as well that we put down there just the other day, and we'll be putting down these new orchards just because they look so much better. Money wise, it's more expensive of an orchard because, well, I mean, you know, the looks of it are just that much better to begin with, and we're not going to make that much per hour either. It's actually a little bit less than the orchard we put up, so, but it's all about the looks. Right, so once we get this fertilized, we'll head on back to the main farm, unload our harvester, and we'll go sell these soybeans to bring in probably just a little bit over 25 grand, I would say, is what we're going to get out of it. That's at least that's why I would expect to get out of it. And then I got to decide what to start planting in some of these fields. We got 2 fields. Actually, I think we got 3 fields that are empty. Do we not? We got this field here, and the one we're actually harvesting at the moment, which I think is we're done harvesting. And I think, no, I did put something in that field. Okay. I don't remember what I put in that field. I'm going to say barley, and I'm going to be wrong. Probably, but I'm trying to remember. Yeah, that field's right over there. I think we put barley in there. Yeah, so, I mean, what do we actually got in these 2 fields that we haven't bought yet? We got, like, potatoes and sugar beet. I mean, of course we do. I mean, that's because I want to buy those fields. They keep putting crops. Oh, yeah, wait a minute. Wrong. Yeah, I'm on the wrong side of the road. My bad. My bad. I mean, I think that's sugar beet. Or maybe it's a crop in the first growth stage, but I think that's sugar beet. Let's find out the fun way. Yep, sugar beet and potatoes. So potatoes in that field, and definitely sugar beet in that field. Of course there is. Of course there is. Yeah, so the weeder is filthy dirty, probably needs repair. The Case Puma could use some repair. Our harvester definitely needs to be repaired. Everything's just dirty. I don't remember all of this stuff being that dirty when we left. Does this field need anything? No, it does not. So this field could actually just be reseeded. And what are we getting here? Yeah, just shy of 5,000 liters. And we were just shy of 20, so yeah, we're just shy of 25,000 liters, which I was, hoping for more, but it is soybeans. And where are we going with these? Oh, wow, we got livestock market prices going up. Yeah, look at the sunflowers. Sunflowers are nice. I mean, it's not that far off either. Let's hold on to it. Worst comes to worst. If say this doesn't reach or get better than $1,004, say it just gets up to $950, and then this price starts dropping. I'd rather wait and lose like $50 per 1,000, than gain just a little bit extra. The egg prices, there we go. So the one that was dropping was the higher price, and the one that was rising is now above that. So yeah, we can make a lot of money today if that price gets up there. So right now, I'm actually going to leave the truck off. You just sit there for a while, sir, and we'll figure this out. I'm not sure where we're going just yet with you. Yeah, it's like you can see this harvester. I mean, we're pretty much down to it needs repair. And really, I don't need to repair it because that doesn't really affect the harvesting speed. But we're going to repair it anyways. And wow, I don't have a fuel pump here. Yeah, if I can get that mod working, that'd be great to put a DEF fuel. It's kind of interesting that this harvester does not require DEF fuel. I would have thought that this harvester was new enough. Alright, so let me put down the fertilizer spreader. First thing I'll do is I'll grab the harvester, the seed drill. I think I did fix that and wash that last week. Well, I'll tell you what we will do is we're going to spend money repairing things and doing things. Let's go ahead and just get everything set up. There, that is full. And I'm almost certain oh wow, no, I did not repair that. Alright, that's $800. Ouch. Alright, and repair the case Puma. Yeah. Get me off the wall, please. Oh wow, the seed drill didn't detach. Interesting. Oh, it's when you go into customize when it detaches. That's right. Yeah, let's go ahead and park up the seed drill. Let's at least get the farm looking halfway decent. I mean, I got stuff everywhere. Yeah, so before we buy, another harvester or anything like that, I want to expand the farm by buying more land, getting our silo taken care of, buying a new one and demolishing this one. Alright, see if our weeder needs to be fixed. I mean, it's going to have a little bit of wear on it. And clean it off. Like I said, I am looking forward to seasons for many reasons, but one of them is, yeah, when we repair vehicles in seasons, it's not going to repair the paint. That'll be a separate category. While we're here, I mean, I did fix the case Puma, but I did not clean it off. Well, that tractor was really dirty. Filthy, filthy. Might be an episode of me just harvesting and then cleaning up the yard and cleaning up the vehicles and repairing everything. Let's see. Let's actually put this in here. That's right. I can't go. There we go. Have to put that down in order to get it in there. So that's a sunflower field over there. There is some weeds in there I could not take care of because they were in stage 2. Yeah, I know I can take care of them. I got the sprayer, but I'm just saying I couldn't get rid of them just yet. If I get to it, I get to it. If I don't, I don't. Expanding the farm for more fields to actually harvest and whatnot, I'm not sure we need to do that because we got our hands full with what we have. I mean, if I start buying more fields, and that'll be just mean hiring more helpers to do the work. So like the fields behind us, like I said, we're going to buy those only to expand this yard. And probably move this stuff here. It's too bad you can't actually move things in Farming Simulator. You got to destroy it and rebuild, and you take a hit on it, of course. So I'm going to try to keep as much as I can the way we got it. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, the only other field I might buy is over by the livestock market. And that would be for making that all one huge field. One gigantic field. Alright, I think we're fine with that stuff for now. Actually, what I should do to make this easier on myself, I mean, we're not harvesting anything. Unfold the header. Close up the harvester as well. Alright, this repair build could be kind of expensive. I mean, when you got a... what was this harvester? Pretty close like to 300 grand. And it's like needs full repair. How much? 2 grand. And the header needs to be repaired as well. Oh, nope, we're not done with it yet. Well, we're still about 50 grand somehow. I think that's because of our greenhouses and our rabbit pens. Yeah, those rabbits. We're selling a lot of rabbits is what we're doing. I've been actually thinking about actually getting rid of those because to me they're just bringing in way too much cash. And that's what I might actually sell those pens, and when we go to the orchards. Those pens are just making way too much money for what they cost. I know I've said this before. I remember in FS15 there was a quote-unquote car wash for the farming equipment. Automated car wash. You just bring it in, hit a button, and it charged you for the size of the vehicle and for how dirty it was. Alright, so not the best things I have to do, but instead of paying to put a fuel pump down, time to head to the vehicle store, which is not too far, and top this thing off with some diesel fuel. And then we'll park that up and see how the T8's getting along up at the BGA. So the harvester is refueled, fueled, parked back at the main farm. As you can see, we're in the T8. He's finished his job at the BGA. That chaff is all compacted. I did not cover it. We got the lime spreader, and boom, refilled with some fuel. Repaired both the T8 and the lime spreader. Refilled the lime spreader. Yeah, and of course you saw me refuel the T8. I did lime spread the field over by the house. So yeah, we're spending money everywhere. But we haven't dropped that much. We're down to 47 grand. Still not that bad. Yeah, and now we're on the way up to our maize field, if you will. spread some joy on that field as well. And most of these fields will be ready to go. Now, when I took the T8, of course from the BGA, which is right behind us, I took the long way around and I thought, wow, I have a perfect place for the orchards right up here. So, if you were to play a new farmer on this map, right up here on the hill where the chicken coops would be, I think there was 3 chicken coops if you start a new farmer, there is a nice quote-unquote placeable area there. And I said, you know what, it kind of looks funny now that, because we started on experienced farmer or whatever, expert farmer, whatever you want to call it. With the chicken coops gone, it looks just kind of funny there with those placed, you can see where they're placed. I'm like, yeah, you know what, this would be a nice little spot for the orchards right up here. And I can show it to you afterwards after we get done spreading some lime down in these fields here, or this field. And it wouldn't be too far from the cow sheds, so bringing manure up here and taking care of them wouldn't be bad. It's going to be a little rough at first, depending on how I want to do it. But in the long run, we're going to have that New Holland wheel loader. So that bucket on that wheel loader can hold 10,500 liters. And yeah, we can come up here with like 10,000 liters and just dump it right into the orchard that way. So I think we're doing, yeah, and that land is 50 grand. Now you're thinking, well, what about the fields down by the main farm? Are those 50 grand? Pretty much. They're like 43 and 41,000. So yeah, I think I'd just rather buy the placeable area up here for 50 grand and not feel guilty about taking away an arable field and yeah, do it that way. Plus that, doing it by the farm is, very convenient, because in the silo I can put manure in the silo and just go from the silo right to the orchard. But by expanding the farm and covering more of the map, it makes us, cover more of the map, show off more of the map. Instead of just seeing the same scenery over and over again. It's not bad. So we'll have our maize field up here and the orchards up here. And of course we got the livestock market in the west part of the map. And of course then we got our main farm and everything around there. So I'm thinking, yeah, we're going to probably buy this placeable area up here for the orchards. Now, obviously, if I buy the land, which we should have enough money for here shortly, I probably won't have enough to put down an orchard right away. So, there is that issue. Well, I shouldn't say it's an issue. Considering how we are on this map, we don't have a loan, so the money we have is ours. It's not like we have a huge loan somewhere. Just saying. But definitely would like to get a slurry spreader so I don't have to buy artificial fertilizer. Although we're not using that much artificial fertilizer, so getting a slurry spreader right away is not that needed. I mean, fertilizer is kind of expensive, but we don't really use that much of it. It's just like lime, when 19 first started, I saw how much, I went through that much lime, then you go refill it for the first time, it's like, oh, lime is rather cheap. Alright, I can deal with it. So, yeah, same thing with fertilizer. Fertilizer does look expensive, but I'm not going through that much. But then again, I do have the modded fertilizer spreader from Stevie. So, yeah, I think he reduces it by like 40% usage or something like that. So definitely when I get done spreading lime in this field, I'm keeping my eye on the price. I checked it just a little while ago before I grabbed the lime spreader, and the soybean price was still rising, and the $1,004 is still sitting there. So yeah, we'll keep our, like I said, I want to keep my eye on that. The egg price is still rising as well. I mean, if that gets up to $1,800, yeah, we're definitely selling eggs. Like I said, we don't have that many more crates left. I think each coop has like a half of a pallet left to fill up, and that's it. So I mean, if I don't sell them today, we could sleep through the night and be waking up with tons of messages saying there's no more room for egg boxes. And I'll be like, I know. Alright, so one more pass here. This field makes me think about getting a bigger tractor just because coming up that steep hill, the T8, even as 435 horsepower, has a little bit of an issue seeding, picking up the grass, or was grass, or what have you. Yeah, it's a little drag on the T8. The T8's like, oh, I can do it, but man, another 50 horsepower might be very useful. I'm like, sorry, you got what you got. Perfect. So now this field just needs to be plowed, but if I take away the plow, it's also fertilized. And this field down here is fertilized, does not need lime or plowed. This has got crop. Okay, so I was guessing, yeah, that's barley. And wow, we got lots of sunflower. There's nothing in this field here. That's the barren field. This field does have canola in it. I just haven't harvested it yet. Actually, I don't know if I can even get in there. I'm sure I can get in there, but I'm not sure if I can with my harvester. Yeah, so the land that I want to buy for our orchards, I'll probably leave the trees up here as well. I'm not really sure how the lot is shaped, but right up here, I think it'd be a good spot to put down the orchards. I can put one on one side, one on the other. And in the future, if I really want to, I could expand it, maybe put down 2 more. But if we go to lands, right up here, yeah, actually, it's just shy of 50,000. I can almost buy it now. Oh, while we're in here, so still that one's still climbing at 924, still steady at 1,000. And oh, the egg price stopped. That is, yeah. So I think what we're going to have to do, it's the garden center, I do believe, which was a higher price, that stopped dropping. So that may, the next time that goes up, next time that moves, that should be going up. So that might be a nice price next time. Because it's, I mean, if the starting point is 1,500, I'm hoping it gets up to 1,800. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this lime spreader back, park it up. Park up the T8, and I think I'm going to enjoy the sunset just for a little while and see where that price goes on the soybeans, and then make a delivery. Hopefully, maybe, unless I get really screwed. Well, the price lords have spoken. As you can see, I didn't get a chance to even fast forward the time at all. I just double checked it before I sped up time, and yeah, that price that was rising for the soybeans, it stopped. So the garden center it is at $1,004 per. So yeah, we're going to be just shy of 25 grand, I do believe. And we don't have to go that far, but it will give us enough cash to go ahead and buy that field up there. Or I shouldn't say field, it's a land. We're just basically buying land. I would like to buy the land right across the way, but that means we got to buy a whole bunch of grass fields. Or I don't even know if it's even a field. It's just grass. Meadows, if you will. And I think that's like $200 and something thousand-ish. Yeah, I don't have that kind of cash. Alright, so let's go up here and make the delivery. So I hope that sunflower price stays kind of like where it is, because we got, like I said, a lot of sunflower. We can make a good amount of money that way. So 24,555 is what we got out of that. So we're up to $73,000 in our bank account for about 5 minutes. That's about it. Yeah, I think it's time We're going to bring this back to the farm. The truck could, truck is doing a-okay. That's called tailgating, by the way. Yeah, so we'll just park this up and buy some land, and I think we'll wrap up the episode by doing that, because it's just about nighttime, and nighttime means bedtime for me, and I'm still jet lagged from flying in from the Pacific Northwest. So yeah, we need to I need to go to bed early and wake up nice and early in the next morning, and hopefully those egg prices are right where we want it. So let's give a call to the realtor. Our future orchards. Yeah, we'll buy that. So there we go. We got some nice land there. Plus, also, if I wanted to, I could also put like a shed up here. So instead of putting the shed down at the biogas plant, I could put it here or there in the future. But yeah, I haven't showed it to you yet. Is it under miscellaneous? Where are we here? So here are the 2 orchards that just got released today in the Mod Hub. And the one that I use on the, or we are using in the Pacific Northwest, which I hope they sell. Oh, I didn't activate it on this map, so it's not even on here. Yeah. So the question I have is details. Oh, yeah. All right. So what I want to do is, yeah, I want to borrow us a little bit of cash just to test this out here. Miscellaneous. I want to see how big the footprint is of this thing. It doesn't look that big. Yeah, so if you look at that, that'll fit in there rather nicely, like right there in the corner. I was waiting for it to say you do not own... Oh, wait a minute. I'm not over far enough. Oh, yeah, so this will work. So I may have to remove these hedges up here first, because they'll look kind of funny. But, the first one... Yeah, the first one I could easily put down, like, right here. But we'll do that, like, next episode. I realize I can sleep through the night, earn some money from our greenhouse and such, and have enough cash. Oh, before I forget. I don't want that loan. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. If I didn't repair everything today, we would have enough money, I could have put it down. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you next time on Mercury Farms. But until then, have a good one.